What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today I want to talk about Guilty Gear 2020, right? And specifically, yesterday, so Sunday, yesterday, they excuse me, they had a big stream, like an hour-and-a-half stream, showing off the game, answering questions about the game. They revealed Chip and Potemkin as the last two characters that will be in the initial beta, alpha, beta, build, whatever you want to call it. And they talked a lot, like I said, a lot about the game. People felt many type of ways about what they showed, so I want to just quickly summarize what they talked about. I have a couple of links in the description for y'all. Shout outs to my boy, Great Ferdman, translating Rue, a Japanese player's summary of all the things they talked about. I'm only going to be touching on what I feel like is the most important things, and also talk a little bit about how I feel about the game. So let's just hop into it. Okay. So first, things that are still in that we are familiar with that I think are important. So air dash and double jump. So the movement is the same, right? It's just Guilty Gear movement. FD still there. Then the meter is still there, right? Tension still there. FD still there. At risk still there. The guard gauge of the game. So risk works pretty much the same. When you block too many moves, right? Your risk will start to flash, and then everything's a counter hit, and you do a lot of damage, right? You use FD to mitigate your risk bar going up, right? Instant block doesn't reduce block stun anymore. It's still there, but it works like Grand Blue. You just get meter faster. There are a lot of different things, though. Those are pretty much the main similarities, I guess. There are a lot of different new things. Dust is different. Faster for one. Mid-screen, you don't chase after them. You just kind of send them flying to the corner. And in the corner, you can combo, though. Chip damage is actually in the game, but doesn't kill. They took out stun, they took out stagger, they took out blitz, they took out danger time. I'm not going to miss blitz or danger time. I think blitz is actually a pretty okay mechanic. I was kind of fine with stun and stagger, but blitz and danger time, you know. Blitz is probably more of like a debatable mechanic. I think some people like it. It's been all over the place. In the beginning of Exerd, Blitz was not so great. Now, like, I think it's okay, but I'm not going to miss it, really. Danger Time, I don't think anyone's going to miss. Gatlings are changed too, so if you don't know about Guilty Gear, the Gatling system is just Magic Series, so it's like punch, kick, slash, heavy, slash, dust. PKSHD, right? And before, there are all sorts of combinations of Gatlings that people had, orders of moves that people can move through, right? But now, one thing they specifically did is that the lower end, the PK, doesn't go into the higher end anymore. This is to prevent like jabs into big combos, kind of like Street Fighter V-esque, like to prevent mashing, maybe not mashing, but like jabs, weak attacks into big combos, let's say. The RC system is very different as well. So YRC, by all means, is gone, right? So RC is still there, roaming cancel, 50 meter, but it does a variety of things, right? It causes proximity slowdown. You could do it offensively and defensively and in neutral. When they are in the bubble that RC causes, it slows them down. So in combos, they kind of just float and you can pick up, right? On defense, you can use it as a push block, and apparently there's a lot of things they kept secret about using the defensive RC, the push block RC. And when using neutral, if they are inside the bubble, they will slow down. That's the gist of how it works now. It seems there's a lot you can do with it, and meter is going to be really important to the game. Now, also, there's no more air teching. You kind of just fall, right? And the only hard knockdown, as we know, is 2D and specific moves. Besides that, when you get knocked down, you kind of just roll back up. So this means, of course, they took out the different wake-up timings by character. Because, as you may or may not know, in Guilty Gear, traditionally, every character has different wake-up speeds depending on how you knock them down. Face up or face down. Now it's universal. Okay. The last really big notable change I would say about the game is the corner. So in this game, you can end your corner combo normally if you want, or you can choose to break the corner and transition into another stage. You kind of saw a little while ago that when shit hit the wall, the screen it looked like it was breaking. If you break that, you go flying like Dragon Ball into a new stage and reset back to neutral. Apparently, it gives some type of buffs to the person who did it. I don't have a lot of details on that, but that pretty much sums up the main differences of this game compared to Exurd. Okay? So this game is a different game. It's definitely a new game with a new theme. Exurd, I believe their motivation for Exurd was to get people back who played XX, so it felt like a classic Guilty Gear game with some changes. This game seems to just be a whole new game, a totally new game. I know people have very mixed feelings about the game, right? A lot of people are scared that it's toned down, it's too simple, they took too much stuff out. As usual, you kind of already know how I feel about this. We always say this when a new fighting game comes out. There is no way to actually know how the game is until we play it, right? And we'll get to play next week, which is nice. But on top of that too, like, I have my own complaints, but they're kind of minor. I think the game looks really pretty right now. It looks really pretty, and it's very stylish. So one of the main complaints people said is that it doesn't look like a Guilty Gear game. It doesn't look like a Guilty Gear game. This is not Guilty Gear, and I don't feel like you can just say it's not Guilty Gear, because honestly, they keep changing GG every game. Quite a bit, honestly. Quite a bit. This one's a bigger departure than Exurd was, but it's still different. Exurd was still different from XX overall, right? So I think it's just another case of people being really comfortable with, what they're doing right now. Guilty Gear is an older franchise, so the fans are really passionate about what it is and stuff. Let's just see what they do. We're gonna get to play, right? As far as like the actual play of the game, right? Because people are like, it doesn't look like it plays like a Guilty Gear game. But one of the things of Guilty Gear is that the characters play differently. They just have really different play styles. So that's the main thing they have to maintain. Like, the most important thing about this game is going to be how the characters play. Because let's be real, like, I have said that I don't think Guilty Gear is that great of a fighting game. Most fighting games, overall, when you look at the big picture, they're not good games. The thing that keeps people coming back to playing fighting games is the characters, like how much they enjoy the characters. And ArcSys is really good at that. So that's just what I'm trusting in right now, Nothing else to trust in, but the characters will be fun. And hopefully they add a character that I like, Snowmilia. But, for now, that's just kind of where I'm at. The thing that makes Guilty Gear for me, more than anything else, is just like the speed, the music, and the appearance, right? So honestly, one of my main complaints that I think is actually pretty valid is the UI doesn't look great, and while it's very stylish, I really like how stylish it is. I think the cinematics and stuff look cool. I don't know, it looks too much like Persona. Like, I don't know why it feels that way. Like, all like the lettering and stuff looks like Persona. So I kind of don't like that, right? Slash, and it has like orange paint, like Splatoon. Like, what's going on there? I am not feeling that. But besides that, I think the game was gorgeous, and I want to try it. That's all I got. The other big complaint I have is I really don't like this trend in fighting games that it's harder to punish people for moving. I like thoughtful movement, and Guilty Gear has that because your movement was attached directly to your meter, right? Because if you don't have meter, you can't jump back. If you don't have meter, you can't dash back. You need to advance to get meter. The game is very offensive, right? But you had to dash and like stop and position yourself. So like, I kind of don't like that you can block, like dash block like that, and I definitely don't like that all the ground normals are air blockable. I really want air unblockable moves, for sure. I know that the apparent, let's say, let's say, way to discourage people from jumping is that your risk gauge will build way faster if you jump, but I don't think it's enough. Like, I think the biggest deterrent always is the threat of getting hit. So hopefully they add at least air unblockable moves. Like DPs should be air unblockable. Like your anti-air, your committal anti-air is like your 6Ps and 2Hs, right? Those two moves, if you don't play Guilty Gear, those two moves are generally anti-airs for characters. 2Hs are usually people like this, 6P, people like, right? So I would like those moves to be air unblockable, please. Please, make jumps punishable, please. I really, like I said in another video, one of the main ways they make fighting games easier is by making jumping better, and jumping right now, just on the basis, of course, a little speculative, a little bit of speculation, but just on the basis that you can't hit people for jumping is strong. So those are probably my main things. But besides that, I like the way the game looks, for sure. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. They're very open to feedback, so if you're lucky enough to go to Arc Revo next week, that will be your chance to leave a lot of feedback. They are apparently very open-minded, right? So we'll see. We'll just see. People will actually get their hands on the game, play some matches, they'll take a lot of notes, and we'll go from there. If you have any comments, questions, leave them in the comments for me. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'll have a lot of info for you, or at least the Evernote, at least the Evernote for y'all in the description, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.